my name is Paul Henry, Forensic and Security Analyst at Lumention. Welcome to our Patch Tuesday update for September 2009. Now, as IT professionals return from their Labor Day holiday, we have a labor-intensive week ahead of us. The bad guys apparently did not take the holiday off. The most urgent issues to be addressed are the 3 unpatched Microsoft Day Zero vulnerabilities currently now in the wild. You may recall a couple of weeks ago we had an issue with older Microsoft FTP servers being subject to a remote attacker that could take over the server. This was quickly followed up with a second FTP issue that can allow a denial of service attack. And last night, a brand new Day Zero vulnerability was released that can cause a Vista or Windows 7 and possibly even a Windows 2008 machine to crash. The vulnerability takes advantage of a flaw in SMB2 and requires no user intervention or authentication to take place. Now, for the FTP issues, be sure you have disabled the ability of a remote user to create a folder on the FTP server in your permission settings. And for the SMB2 issue on Vista, Windows 7, and possibly Windows 2008, be sure to turn off file sharing and block port 445 at your gateway in order to make your Patch Tuesday a little less eventful. Microsoft is not alone this week. In the last week or so, exploits have been reported in multiple IBM products, in the McAfee email and web security appliance, multiple HP products, multiple Sun Java products, and multiple CA products. Now, administrators are already dealing with Apple releasing a patch to handle the issue of shipping their latest version of OS X with an old and vulnerable version of Flash. And speaking of Flash, we have a new fake Flash update for Firefox that installs spyware and looks very much like the real thing that is bound to catch many off guard. Google Chrome also pushed out 2 security patches to fix what was described as 2 severe vulnerabilities. Norton also had an issue just a week or so ago with an automatic update that caused issues with users' PCs that had some manually downloading a patch for the patch while waiting for yet another automatic update to solve the issue created with the last automatic update. Examining the official release from Microsoft today confirms that there are 5 new critical patches for September's Patch Tuesday, all of which address core Microsoft operating system platforms. Of the critical patches, 2 will require mandatory restarts, causing some level of disruption within the enterprise. Now, leading the pack this month, however, is Vista with 4 critical vulnerabilities. Looking at the details. MS-09-054 is a vulnerability in the JavaScript engine. It's a critical vulnerability and impacts the complete Windows product family from legacy Windows 2000 through current generation Vista, with the only exception being no impact on Windows Server 2008 for the Itanium-based systems, and it may, in fact, require a restart. MS-09-49 is a vulnerability in the wireless LAN auto-config service, and it's rated as critical for Microsoft Vista and important for Windows 2008 and will require a restart. MS-09-047 is a vulnerability in Windows Media Format. It's rated as a critical vulnerability and impacts the complete Windows product family from legacy Windows 2000 through current generation Vista, with the only exception being no impact on Windows Server 2008 operating on the Itanium-based platform. It may require a restart. MS-09-048 is a vulnerability in TCP/IP. It impacts various platforms differently. As an example, on Windows 2003 it is rated as important. It does not apply at all to Windows XP. However, it is rated as critical for Vista and Windows 2008 and will require a restart. MS-09-46 is a vulnerability in the editing component of DHTML ActiveX and is rated as critical on Windows 2000 and XP. However, it is not applicable for Windows Vista and 2008. It may require a restart. In summary, all 3 of Microsoft's server platforms, 2000, 2003, and 2008, have critical vulnerabilities this month. Therefore, both server and desktop management groups will be impacted. In other Patch Tuesday related news, Oracle has announced that they're delaying the release of their patches in their upcoming quarterly release by a week because of their upcoming user conference. The new release date will be October 20th. Adobe indicates the additional workload of their recent out-of-band patches will delay their next update as well. Adobe expects to release patches now in October on the same day as Microsoft Patch Tuesday. This has been our Patch Tuesday update for September 2009. Thanks for attending.